Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today's episode. It's going to be short and sweet, but to the point in the best possible way, I hope. As always, my name is Haley. If you're joining on Spotify, you can also find me on Instagram and YouTube at Powerful Hippie. If you're joining on YouTube, you can find my podcast on Spotify. It's just the Powerful Pod. And I'm, again, Powerful Hippie on Instagram, so please follow if you can. It really supports me. Thank you so much for joining as always. Today's episode is sponsored by Redcon One Supplements, best supplements on the market. You can use my discount code at checkout. Saves you 20% off Powerful Hippie, altogether HIPPIE for the hippie, and saves you 20% off. So please use it. It does save you money and it helps me, supports my everything. So really appreciate that there. And my favorite product by Redcon right now, because usually I'm a protein person and I still love their protein, use it on everything, but it's the non-stimulant pre-workout. It's called like the pump formula, or I think it's called, I had Total War Pump. There you go. I had to think about it. Bodybuilding brain is real. Can't stress that enough. But it's Total War Pump. It's non-stimulant, so there's no caffeine, no jitters, safe to take throughout the day. So if you like to work out after work, which is majority of the population, I feel like, because that's when you have some time sometimes, it's the best, and you won't feel jittery, or, you won't be up till 3 a.m. So try it. Let me know what you think. Today's episode is all going to be about how you can become more active, 5 easier ways to get active. And I'm just going to jump right into it. But really fast, I wanted to tell you about my background in fitness. I feel like a broken record because I've said this multiple times, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, nothing like that. But if you don't know, I do have a background in exercise, and I've been in and out of the gym for almost 12 years. I started really going to the gym at 17. I got really active in high school. I started doing P90X with my neighbor. I started doing that. And then when I got to college, I really wanted to get serious about the gym. So I started following multiple bodybuilding plans. And eventually, my friend, everyone says bodybuilding is the gateway to powerlifting, and powerlifting is like the gateway to bodybuilding. Yeah, that's how it is. Because I started with bodybuilding, got into powerlifting, and did powerlifting for a long time. I competed at FSU, got into powerlifting really big time from 2018 to 2022. My 904 total, which I got at USPA Drug Tested Nationals in Atlanta, Georgia in 2022. And my bench press was 215 pounds, but my gym PR, my personal record, is 220. So basically, that was my background, and so it inspired me to get certified. And I went through ISSA, and I got certified as a personal trainer. I did that for a little bit, and then a strength coach. I helped the UNF, University of North Florida Powerlifting Club, get started. So I've really done a lot. I did take some time off here and there because I moved. My husband and I moved. I got 2 master's degrees. Moved 5 times in 6 years. I'm not even joking. So yes, it's been a long time coming, but throughout the last 10 years, I have loved fitness, and I've never given up on fitness goals. And I think that's the wonderful thing about fitness, is that you can make so much progress even without being 100% perfect. But if you want to make progress faster, it's easier when you follow a workout or nutrition plan, just because it helps take the guesswork out, and it helps you understand the power of consistency. So really, if you can follow a plan, that's going to get you there. But if not, that's okay too. Let's just start slow and steady, because it helps win the race always. I'm living proof of that. All right. Just do one thing at a time. And if you feel like this is a lot of overwhelming information, see how you can fit it into your life, and try, because this is what I tell my students. I'm an academic advisor and college instructor. If you can just try to do your homework for 1 hour a day, you'll see that you can do more than 1 hour, and you probably will finish way more than you thought. The power of 1 hour really probably is like a book out there, but 1 hour workout. 1 hour cooking, 1 hour of cleaning, 1 hour of taking care of yourself, 1 hour of spending with your friends, family, or dogs or kids, or doing house chores. 1 hour, the power of 1 hour. If you just give yourself 1 hour a day, you can be really successful. So my first top 5 tips, and again, there's no specific order, but I kind of labeled them as like easy to level hard-ish, but they're all going to benefit you in some way. So the first tip to getting healthier and getting active. Okay, sounds silly, but it's straightforward. Start a weekly fitness regimen. All right, so follow a plan for at least 1 month, but make sure it's something that you can stick with. Because if you fall off after a week or a few days, that's not going to help you. Okay, so for example, if you feel like, oh, okay, I want to put on more muscle mass and I want to lose body fat, start with a bodybuilding plan to keep pushing your max effort. Do some progressive overload movements, work on whatever strategies help you get to the gym, like your motivation, and picture that videos, maybe have a buddy, or even group fitness classes. I can't stress this enough. Joining a gym can be fantastic, because if you don't want to go by yourself, if you just feel like, you don't want to work out by yourself, they usually have awesome workout classes. The other night, I actually, this is a funny story. I walked into my gym and I heard Usher like bumping, and I was like, where is that coming from? And it was a cycling class. So they were having fun and they were working hard, and I was kind of jealous because I was like, I want to go in there. It was like a party in there. But they usually have like cycling, yoga, Pilates, strength, plyometrics. And so it gives you different options to try and see what you like, especially when you're new at the gym. But then also it gives you some accountability because there's people there that you might know, and so you don't have to go by yourself, or you can go with a spouse or significant other or a friend or family member, and just try to challenge each other to stick with that as well. And I think getting a gym membership is really great because, again, the versatility of everything. If you just want to go one day just to do some stretching and cardio or sauna session, there you go, right? So choose something that you can stick with for at least a month, because research shows that progress takes at least 3 weeks to stick long term. You want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you can do for, I say, at least a month, but realistically, at least 3 weeks to start seeing that progress. So that's number 1. Start a weekly fitness regimen and just fit with it. And if that's not going to the gym, maybe it's doing workout videos at home. That's fantastic too. That's what started me going to the gym. P90X in my living room. I swear by P90X. It's such a hard workout. Number 2, make fitness fun. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger just talked about this on his podcast. Even though he's Mr. Bodybuilder, foundation of so much in the fitness industry, you got to remember at the end of the day, it's hopefully not life or death. Like, it's something that you should be rewarding yourself with to become the best version of yourself, a healthier version of yourself, or get active with, friends and family, like I said. So how can you make fitness fun? Really think about that. So what I like to say is, if the gym is not your thing, totally fine. Do an activity that instead does not seem like a chore at least 3 or 4 times a week. I had a friend who loves to skateboard, and she's like, I'm going to go to the skate park. Oh my goodness, that sounds like fun, and it's really active. So you can really take your time. You can do bike riding. You can go, on a hike. Do things that really make you feel alive. Sometimes that's what you need in the moment, especially if outside of your health and fitness goals, if you have some life stuff going on or anything like that that's stressful, do something that can help de-stress you, make it fun. If you love strength training, there you go, because that can really help. And it helps build more patterns for everything else outside of the gym as well. That's a podcast for another day. But do something that, again, is slow and steady, something that you like. So, for example, for me, I really like taking my dog on a walk. I really like doing fasted cardio. Both of those I try to do multiple times throughout the week, if not every single day. And then that boosts my productivity for the day, my energy levels. Sometimes I get vitamin D, and it's just a good time. And, dogs need exercise too. So if you have a dog, make sure they're going on a walk every day. So that's my number 2. Do something that's fun. Number 3, slow and steady. Okay. we want you to stick with it. We don't want you to go, to the wall immediately. If you're on Spotify, I just like did the whole hand and like fist in my hand thing, like balls to the wall. We don't want you to burn out. When you burn out, you're just going to quit, and then you're going to be back to where you started or feel even worse because you couldn't stick with it. And that's happened to me. That's happened to so many people. Sometimes when you're an all or nothing person or type A personality like myself, you have to learn to go slower and do one thing at a time. Again, have fun with it. So if you like to do something more maybe unconventional for movement, let's for say example, if you really love dancing, okay, do that. There are tons of free dancing YouTube videos, Jazzercise, Zumba, anything like that. Or you can join some dance classes or studios or something like that. And again, when I first got into fitness, I thought I had to be perfect. But when you overdo it and when you think that mindset all the time, it can lead not only to burnout but to injury. And injuries will prevent you reaching your goals. So please take your time, modify workouts. I still, as a personal trainer, powerlifter, bodybuilder, after over 11 years, there are still workouts that I need to modify, and that's okay. Doesn't mean that I'm a bad fitness person, right? Doesn't mean I'm a bad athlete, but it just means that I'm not perfect, and that's okay because nobody's supposed to be perfect, right? So when you modify stuff, it can help you it can help a lot easier, and you can become more consistent and then less likely to give up. So slow and steady wins the race. Number 3. All right. Number 4 is where I have struggled in the past. So I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. Even if you're considered a pro, you might need more help. So number 4 is seek a consultant or somebody that has more knowledge or something that you might be missing, whether that's motivation, time management, workout routines, diet, nutrition, advice, anything like that. Okay. There are some really awesome options. So if you're newer to working out and you're just now joining a gym, guess what? A lot of gyms have free complimentary PT sessions. So physical therapy. I'm tired, bodybuilding brain. Personal training, not physical therapy. PT means both things in the fitness world. But I know that LA Fitness, not sure about Planet Fitness, but I know LA Fitness and 24-hour fitness, or Anytime Fitness, usually have free personal training complimentary sessions. So see if that could help you. They can show you the ropes around the gym and help you come up with a plan or just like weekly sessions. And then you can see how much that costs and see what fits for you and your budget. If you are also struggling with nutrition, there are sports dietitians, nutritionists out there as well that can help you structure your calories, meal plans, dietary preferences, or if you want to get into bodybuilding, tons of bodybuilding coaches. Josh Wolf is mine, and he's awesome. And I think that, again, you got to remember that when it comes to diet and nutrition, it does take time. It usually takes at least 3 months to see some solid changes in your body. But coaches are amazing. Strength and conditioning, powerlifting coaches also. So look at the different kinds of coaches and whatever you want to kind of get into, because if you know that you want to get into bodybuilding, that might be a different kind of coach than a powerlifting coach versus a coach that just wants to help with like your health and fitness goals, personal training, kind of getting your feet wet into the gym. There are so many different coaches out there. So just make sure that you do your homework and with coaches, and that they are what you want, because you want to make sure you're working with someone that holds you accountable, that communicates with you effectively. And I have had both a hands-on and hands-off coach, and 100% I want a hands-on coach, someone that communicates with me every week, multiple times throughout the week. Even so, got to stay on top of it, right? My last tip for getting healthier, faster, and losing weight and getting more active sounds really simple, but I swear it is. Adding in some cardio, getting more steps throughout your day. Some practical, easy ways I like to do it are throughout my day on the walking pad so I can multitask. I'm telling you, I'm a broken record. I've said this on my podcast and to everybody I know, I swear. Walking pads, man, it's like a treadmill, but it doesn't go up or down. The walking pad helped me not put on weight and body fat when I was in graduate school working a full-time job because it was so much work and my plate was so full. If it wasn't for the walking pad, there were days that I might not have gotten everything done and I wouldn't have gotten any physical activity in. So I swear by it. I also swear by morning cardio, like fasted cardio or cardio after every meal, getting some steps in. Because like even if your day is stressful or hectic and you don't have any energy to go to the gym, if you do cardio, you did at least some form of physical activity. And if you want to see a bigger difference faster, try to go for 10 to 12,000 steps a day and it'll make a huge difference. So that's really my last, fifth and final tip. That's really it. It was a short and sweet podcast today because I wanted to make sure that everything was digestible for you. But thank you so much again for listening. I hope this helped you. Again, you can follow me on Spotify, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram. It's just Powerful Hippie for more ideas, updates, and ways to stay healthy and fit. Now, I believe in you, so you got to go crush it. All right. Bye, guys.